Welcome back to ringside here in Orlando. Singles action time as the ladies take to the ring here in Fantasy Warfare.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from New York, AJ Lee.
AJ Lee making her Fantasy Warfare debut as part of the Royals of the Ring tournament. Now returning to Fantasy Warfare action at the request of the viewers here this week, going one-on-one with the former AEW Women's World Champion, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. AJ Lee has largely been inactive in the world of professional wrestling outside of some involvement with WOW Women's of Wrestling, serving in an authority-type role within that company. But after her in-ring retirement in 2015 from WWE due to some back troubles, she's remained largely out of the wrestling spotlight. But here in Fantasy Warfare, she's thrusting herself right back in. But what an opponent she has. The opponent she's got on her hands is the Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Looking to pick up a huge victory in Fantasy Warfare this week by defeating a legend of the ring in AJ Lee. And some people might scoff at that statement, considering how short AJ Lee's career was, but the fact that we are still talking about her over 8 years, or near 8 years from her retirement, speaks volumes of how impactful her career was, not only in the ring, but also as a on-screen personality during her time with World Wrestling Entertainment. The music has faded out. Both women are ready. The referee is, there it is, calls for the bell. This one's officially underway. Our third match of the week here in Fantasy Warfare. Viewer's choice for the first 5. Of course, our main event is such a heated grudge that we had to break the viewer's choice rule just for this one. Extreme rules for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. It will be Kenny Omega defending his championship against Roman Reigns. But that one is still a bit of ways away. We are in our third match of the night as AJ Lee breaks free of that submission hold with a couple of well-placed shots to the jaw. Surprised the referee didn't step in and tell her to open up those fists, the old closed fist rule in wrestling. No rule about closed fists to the sternum, though. You punch somebody's sternum till they're purple in the chest, and it's a-okay. But if you punch somebody in their face, the referee's going to come in and be like, hey, open it up. I don't know, man. Wrestling rules can be kind of weird sometimes. As AJ Lee is on the floor stomping on the back of Britt Baker. And now the referee officially begins his 10 count. Standard rules do apply in this one. And we have yet to see any sort of weird finish here in Fantasy Warfare all throughout Season 1 of Fantasy Warfare. There have been no countouts. There's been no disqualifications. And as you know, there are no retakes. There are no reshoots. When these events tape, we take the first take. Doesn't matter if it's a good match or bad match. We don't Vince McMahon it over here. We don't walk out and say, this match is terrible, do it over. Or we say, it starts sucking at this point, shoot it over from here, and we'll edit it later. No, no, no. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. It's part of what makes Fantasy Warfare what it is. But we avoid that first count out here in Fantasy Warfare as Britt Baker got back in the ring before the referee reached the count of 9, and she was greeted by AJ Lee. But Britt Baker able to knock AJ Lee out of the corner with a nice shot to the sternum. Over the top rope. Did you see the torque of AJ Lee as she flew over the top rope on that one? Britt Baker wasting no time, following AJ out to the floor. Referee resumes the count. Referee not playing around here today. Not giving these two any bit of leeway. He wants that action to be in the ring, and I can't say I blame him. A match of this magnitude between two high-profile talents in the world of professional wrestling, I definitely would like to see a decisive victor here today in this matchup between AJ Lee and Britt Baker. AJ has returned to the ring. Referee now reaches the count of 4. Looks like Britt Baker is about to do the same. Nope, still taking a breather, taking her time. She does have till 10, folks. And Britt now back in the ring. She gets caught by AJ in a lockup. Nothing happens on that one. Irish whip sends AJ over the top rope and back down to the floor once more. We've got one hell of a contest coming up next as the action spills back out to the floor with this one. The ECW Championship will be decided for the first time here in Fantasy Warfare. It will be a last man standing match requested by viewers months ago. This one took a while to make it into the rotation, but it was one of the first ones we chose. Hence why it's in the first of our 4 viewers' choice episodes. This match requested by the viewers will be Mankind going one-on-one with Darby Allin. Again, it will be a last man standing match for the ECW Championship. Whoever wins this one will be walking around Fantasy Warfare with the ECW gold. These two continuing to trade shots on the floor. Almost wonder if maybe they should have petitioned to have a no DQ or no holds barred or something like that, because they are just continuing to take the action out to the floor. Britt Baker with the gnarly stomp on AJ Lee. This could be all for AJ's victory hopes here this week in Fantasy Warfare, but no, it's not. AJ Lee able to kick out before the count of 3. Oh, gnarly Superman punch there by AJ Lee, who follows it up with a Kinshasa. Maybe her and Liz will hit the training gym together. Covered by AJ on the doctor, but Britt Baker's able to kick out. The crowd here in Orlando appreciating the efforts of Britt Baker and AJ Lee, showering them with a "We're Not Worthy" chant. Britt Baker getting her ribs caved in. It would appear that Liz and AJ Lee definitely hit the training gym together. They get some similar moves there. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Irish whip sends Britt Baker off the ropes. Collision in the center. Looks like they might have knocked heads. Britt tried for a discus forearm. Springboard bulldog by AJ. Now we've got a camel clutch by AJ Lee on Britt Baker. Could this be all? Will she make her tap out? Great ring positioning. She's dead in the center of the ring. She got nowhere to go, but AJ lets go of that one. Oh. Kicking her in the face with the chucks. That was gross. Sling blade by Britt Baker. Sling blade coming from absolutely out of nowhere. Britt Baker stomps to the midsection. Could it be time for Lockjaw City? Yes, it is. Lockjaw City. She's got her in. She's got her locked. She's got nowhere to go. She can't reach in. She taps out. Britt Baker gets the victory over AJ Lee here this week. What a victory by the doctor, making AJ Lee tap out to the lockjaw. The action this week here at Fantasy Warfare is going to continue. Coming up next, it's going to be a wild one. There's no rules. There's no pinfalls. There's no submissions. There's no DQs. There's no countouts. Doesn't matter where the ending happens so long as one man is unable to reach their feet by the count of 10. Coming up next, it's a last man standing match for the ECW Championship when Mankind steps in to do war with Darby Allin. It's coming up next here on Fantasy Warfare.
Here is your winner, Britt Baker.